guys, so I've been getting a lot of requests to teach this particular trick that I performed in one of my recent YouTube shorts. And if you have not seen that video, I will play a little clip right here so you guys can see the trick in question. But this video is going to be the tutorial for that trick. So without further ado, let's see the performance. This trick uses the 4 kings, at least I think it does. Well, we'll see. We'll place the 4 kings off to the side, and then we'll have a spectator select any card in the deck. Let's say it is this card over here, the 5 of spades. So once that card is remembered, we'll shuffle it back into the deck so it gets lost, and then we will turn our attention back over to the kings. So let's go ahead and use the 4 kings, just like we said. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 kings over here, although I don't think we need all of them, so I'm gonna get rid of 1 here. Wait, or maybe we do. Maybe we do need 4 kings. 1, 2, 3, 4 kings. Yeah, hold on. Sorry, I think I'm forgetting this. No. We definitely get rid of 1 because I know we started with 1, 2, 3, 4 kings. I'm getting really confused. But I feel like we don't need all of these kings. They're kind of unnecessary because 1, 2, 3, 4 kings is kind of a lot to deal with, right? Like we definitely don't need all of these here. Sorry, what was the card you picked again? 5 of spades? Okay, so let's go like this. And we should be able to get your card right over here because in all honesty, I really don't think we actually needed the kings at all to begin with because there were actually no kings in this deck to begin with, and that doesn't really make any sense, does it? All right, so now that you've seen the performance, let's get right into the tutorial for how this trick is done. Just a fair warning, this trick does use some pretty heavy sleight of hand, so if you're not comfortable doing that sort of thing, this trick might not be for you, but regardless, I will show you how it's done. So this trick uses 4 of a kind. You can use the 4 kings, or you can use 4 queens or aces, or whatever you really like to do. Just make sure that whichever 4 of a kind you're using, you set it up so that they're alternating colors, aka black, red, or red, black, whichever way is up to you. Just make sure they're alternating colors. But the setup for this trick is you're going to take out your 4 of a kind, and then you're going to take any 3 random cards that you'd like and just flip them over face up on top of the deck and have a pinky break below them like this, so that when you take your 4 of a kind and place these on top, you will essentially have a 7 card packet that is face up on top of the deck. So this is how you begin the trick. You're going to spread off 1, 2, 3 kings and then leave the 4th king face up on the deck like this. And what you can do is you can pick up all these cards from the break and then show 4 cards like this, even though you actually have 7 cards total. What I'm going to do is say this trick uses the 4 kings, at least I think it does. And then what you're going to do is you're going to flip over all these cards, but your thumb is going to catch them so that they don't actually fall on top of the deck, because what you're going to do is simply grab all of these cards and just drop them as a packet onto the table. So you actually have a full total packet of 7 cards on the table now. So once that is on the table, you're going to have the spectator select any card, and this is a completely free choice. It does not matter what card they pick. And whichever card they pick, let's say it's the Queen of Diamonds, you're going to control this card back up to the top any way you'd like. Do this in a majority of ways. You could do a pass, you could do a double undercut, or any type of false shuffle or control to control this. And once the card is back on top of the deck, what I'm going to do is palm the card. And I like to do this by doing a one-handed top palm. So I will say, would you like to shuffle the deck? You can give it a little mix here. And in that action, I've actually palmed the queen off like this, and I can hand the deck over to the spectator. And at this point, I can very naturally just say, all right, and we'll redirect our attention back over to the kings. And I simply drop the selection on top of the packet. So I now have a total of 8 cards in my hand, and these 8 cards are the 4 kings, 3 random cards, and then their selection on the top. So at this point, it's very important that you ask for the deck back, and the deck is placed directly on the table in front of you because you are going to need it to place the cards down. So what you're going to do now is perform an Elmsley count with 8 cards. So you're going to peel off a single card, then you're going to push off every single card besides the bottom. So this is going to be, 6 cards total, right? Return this back to the bottom, grab the 6 card packet, and then grab the 3rd card and then the 4th card finally, like this. And now what I do is I'm going to spread off 1, 2, 3, 4 and leave this block of cards squared up as one single card. At this point, what I'm going to do is take the 1st and 2nd card, and I'm just going to simply switch the order of them around, and this will allow me to show 2 kings at a time. So I'm going to square up the 3 cards in my hand like this, and I'm now going to flash both hands like this. It's very important that you are alternating the colors beforehand in the beginning of the trick, because it's going to just allow for this continuous display of a red and a black king. So it will always look like you're showing every single king in this trick. So I simply flash these, and then I'm going to just drop this single king on top and say, actually, I'm not sure we need that one. We can get rid of it. And now I'm going to hesitate and pretend like I messed up and say, actually, no, I do think we need 4 kings. And then you're going to do the exact same thing again, just another Elmsley count 1, and then push off a block of cards, return the top card back, grab the block, and then grab the 3rd card and the 4th card. And now you spread off 1, 2, 3, 4, holding this as a block. And then once again, you're going to switch the 2nd and the 1st card around, square up these 3 cards in your hand, and then flip over your wrists once again to show, once again, another red and a black king. And then say, yeah, 4 kings. Actually, no, I definitely don't need this one here. And then drop the single one again. And then for a 3rd time, you're going to do the exact same thing, hesitate and say, no, actually, I'm sorry, I'm getting a little bit confused because I do think we need 4 kings. And you're going to do the exact same thing again. There's nothing different here. Spread off 4 cards, switch the 2nd and 1st card, and then square these up, show once again another red and a black king, and then finally drop the single one on top. Now the last one is a little bit different. You only have 5 cards left and the king is already on the bottom. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to peel off 1 and then 2 and then 3 cards. And then what I'm going to do is do a Stuart Gordon double lift to show this king as a single card. And as I'm showing this card as a single card, my left hand is going to do a pinky pull down on the bottom card so that I have a pinky break right above the final card in the packet. I will take these cards and drop them face down on top of the packet, and then I will supposedly take the single card and drop it onto the deck, but in reality, I'm taking every single card above the break, which is going to be 4 cards total, and I'm going to drop that on top of the deck as 1 single card. I'm going to continue to hold this card like I have a packet of cards, even though I only now have their selection in my hand. I'm going to continue to hold it like I'm holding 4 cards, and then say, well, actually, you know what, let's just forget the kings. What was your card? They say Queen of Diamonds, and then you say, okay, so let me just try this. I just like to clap my hands together, and it's a very nice visual vanish of the kings, and now you can very cleanly show their selection is here. And that is the end of the trick. Now, normally in a real life setting, I would end the trick here. I would not continue to do the kings vanish just because it's a little bit knacky and it would be a bit hard to let the spectator examine the cards. But just for the video's sake, I will show you how I made the kings look like they were vanished. Because if you really want to show the kings are vanished, the top card is not a king. But the next card is. So how you're going to show the kings gone is you're going to place the selection back on top and spread off 3 face down cards and then get your pinky in there so that you now have a break right below the 4th card from the deck. And now I'm going to peel off the selection. Then I'm going to take a single card off the top. This is just a single card, drop this on top. Then I'm going to do another Stuart Gordon double lift, which is having 2 cards here, and peel those and place them on the table. And now I can do another single card like this, and this is not going to be a king. So now at this point, I have the 3 remaining kings on top of the deck. So if I really wanted to, I could spread off another 4 cards, get a break, and then do like a quadruple Stuart Gordon double lift to show that the kings are gone here. In the video, actually, all I did was I just spread off a big block of cards and I just kind of lazily placed them down, and then I continued to do this. And this was simply because it was very simple to show the rest of the deck, and the kings are just going to be barely noticeable at all in that spread because they're at the very bottom. But at this point, obviously, I wouldn't let the spectator examine the deck. So this is why I wouldn't do this in a real life setting. This is only for the video's sake. In a real life setting, I would just shuffle the deck, maybe just get rid of the kings some other way, like palm them in my pocket, but you really don't have to worry about that for this type of trick. So anyways, that is the trick, and I really hope you guys enjoyed this quick little tutorial of how it was done. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this one, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more. But yeah, see you guys next time. Bye.